There we go. It was taking forever to say we're live. In fact, actually, it's still spinning saying we're not live yet. Okay, apparently everything's working though. So even though it says we're not live, we're live. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. And today we're going to do some productivity sprints. The way this usually works is that we will do 4 25-minute sprints. And I have a lovely timer on screen that we'll use to keep track of our time and what we're doing or how long we're working and stuff like that. I also tend to put prompts on the screen for anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about. Maybe it'll give them some inspiration. Because I'm a fantasy author, they typically run in like a fantasy trend, but they also can run in like a romance trend too. So it just varies. What else? Today, I do not really know what I'm going to be working on. I had every intention of like editing video during the stream tonight, but apparently Past Me was really kind to present me because it's already been done. In fact, actually earlier today when I thought I was going to like have to start downloading and editing clips, I discovered that all of my clips had already been downloaded and edited, and all I had to do was film and edit a end clip and upload it. So done with the vlog. Spend like the first sprint figuring out what the heck I'm going to do for the rest of my time because I have no clue. All right, let's see who all is in the chat today. Tessa is here. Hello, hello. JC is also here. Hello. I hope you both are having a good evening. What is everyone else working on today? Just out of curiosity. Cancel. I made my Kindle mad. All right, cool. We're done with that. Oh, JC, you mentioned a long vlog, and I know I've been commenting on your vlogs almost like every time you mention, I don't want this to be a long vlog, but it's got to be a long vlog, and I'm just like, hee hee. I cut out a 20-minute clip from the vlog that I have made its own separate vlog that I haven't decided if I'm going to put up or not. Like, I know something that you do, you give like unfiltered stuff to your patrons, but I don't have a Patreon, so I can't do that. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this 20-minute clip because I don't want to have filmed it for no reason, but it has nothing to do with writing, which is why I ultimately ended up cutting it. It was literally me spending 20 minutes gushing about my kids and what kind of human beings they are versus what kind of human being I was when I was their age, and like the differences in times and the stuff we did and stuff like that. But it's literally 20 minutes. And when I kept it into the vlog, my vlog was an hour and a half long, which was part of the reason I took it out. Especially since it didn't have anything to do with writing. And then I filmed more clips because of the fact that I saw, like, not even 2 hours after I had filmed that clip and went to work, I was on one of my breaks, and one of my friends had posted a picture of like this Tumblr conversation. And it just hit home because in that Tumblr conversation was what I was trying to convey in my 20-minute clip, and it just wasn't coming across. And I was like sitting there crying during my break. If anyone had walked in, I would have been like, don't look at me. Yeah, I was not going to leave that in. Sorry. I'm debating putting like bonus clip material or maybe having like an extra bonus vlog of all the material that doesn't make it into regular vlogs, because every once in a while I do film stuff like that, but maybe I'll do like a monthly, this is what didn't make it into the weekly vlogs kind of thing. Tessa is cleaning up old blogs in preparation to delete the, oh, rewriting, reposting, or deleting. Okay. Hi, Athena. I'm all for bloopers. I love good bloopers. A lot of my bloopers are me cutting out ums and me just having random like coughing attacks and stuff like that. Oh my God, I have this part of my vlog where I open the clip with, I don't really have much to say. And nearly 20 minutes later, I was like, oh, I guess I did have something to say. I don't know who I was talking to the other day because they were like, it was someone I work with who I don't really talk to often and doesn't see me often. But they were like, you're actually really quiet. I'm like, you don't know me. Because I am at work or with people I don't know, I am really quiet. Or like if we're in a group of people and there's a bunch of people talking, I stay silent and I just listen because I don't feel like I have anything of value to add to conversations. In fact, actually, I get that way during live streams when I'm hosting with other people too, because I'm like, I don't have a lot to say. I just pretty much agree with whatever everyone else is saying. And when I do have something to say, I do say it. But like, it's very different in a group setting versus like one-on-one, the way it is with like vlog clips. I feel like because there's no response, it's you get more of your thoughts out. If that makes, I don't know if that actually makes a whole lot of sense, but at the same time, I'm like, there's people where I see them in group settings and they're very quiet, and then I see them in video clips and they're very talkative. I'm like, oh look, I know how that feels. Like that's me. Same, I'll just listen, but I kept it because of what I was talking about and the revelations I was having as I was talking. And I felt they were more important than the clip is the reason this vlog is going to be hour and 7 minutes. That's still shorter than an hour and a half. Legit, I put the footage in and after editing it down, it was an hour and a half. So I took that 20-minute clip out, and I will probably make that its own little vlog clip with a bunch of other me gushing about my kids and doing stuff like that. I am people, that is me. My ADD brain has been told to stay quiet in groups. So, yes, same thing. I was one of those kids where like didn't have, at least until I hit like middle school. In elementary school, we moved around so much that there was no there in my little kid brain. There was no point in making friends because I wasn't ever going to see them again when we ultimately moved. And we did have timelines. Hey, you're gonna be here this amount of time. This is the amount of time you're gonna be here. This is the amount of time you're gonna be here. So like I knew how long we were spending in each place, and it wasn't until middle school that I started actually forming and trying to keep friendships because I had ways to like keep in contact with people. Because yes, writing letters back and forth was this thing, but moving was also a thing when you're a kid. You don't have control over that. You don't always know where you're going to move to, so you can't just keep writing letters to people. This was back before any of us had email or social media. Long before the days of MySpace. It was just like, so there was no point in making friends. Like, so the groups I hung out with were friends of like my mom's coworkers, basically. Like whenever at the time she was working at various different farms and doing ranch related stuff. So like the people I talked to were all adults who dealt with horse related things. And that was just really weird. So I was privy to a bunch of conversations I probably never should have been listening to in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. That's what happens when you're a kid and not surrounded by other kids. I miss letter writing. It's a lost art. Every once in a while, I write letters. I try to write. A couple of years ago, I've fallen off of it the past couple of years, but back especially like in 2020 when we were all social distancing, I got all of my friends' addresses and I was like, hey, I need your address so I can send you things. And I at least sent cards for like birthdays and Christmas. The past couple of years since we lived up here, I stopped doing that as much. I do miss doing that. But I also had active pen pals from like 15 until like my mid 20s. I'm totally game for pen pals. I love getting stuff in the mail, and I love sending stuff in the mail. I've got 2 packages I still need to send. I told the one person I was going to send it like around the beginning of August, and then I found how much it was going to cost to send the package, and I was like, oh, that's not happening yet. And I still haven't, and since then I haven't actually made it to the post office to send it. That's on me though. When the stuff in the mail, or like right now, because it's a election year, everything's voting related. All right, we've been talking for like 13 minutes. We're going to go ahead and do a first sprint. I love the conversation, though. If anyone is curious about ever mailing me stuff, I do have my mailing address in the description. It's always in the description. Just because I do love getting mail. I love cards. I love letters. I love all that stuff. But yes, let's do a sprint. We've been talking way too long, especially since I started a couple minutes late because I was having technical difficulties. So here we go. We are going to do. Here's the first prompt for anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about. I'm going to figure out what the heck I'm doing during this sprint. And we are going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did what you did in the comments. I have shrunk. I just realized that. Well, thank you for in the comments telling me that my address isn't there. Apparently, at some point, I changed up my description from live streams to regular videos, and they are not matching up. So it's in my videos, but it's not in my live streams. Changing that on the next sprint, updating that on the next sprint, because I didn't realize that, and that's good to know. I need to make sure that I update all of my stuff that way, because I look through like 5 or 6 different past live streams, and none of them are that way. And I'm just like, oh, well then. The more you know. So it's because my descriptions don't match. Time to do a whole back. Oh God, no, that's a lot of videos. How many videos do I actually have? I don't even want to know. I don't know how many videos versus shorts versus. Sorry, I had to lift the chair back up. Versus like live streams I have. But I'm gonna at least make the next few match correctly, or going forward match correctly. I can at least do that much. Oh my goodness, because I set up all my live streams today for the rest of this month. That's like 4 or 5 live streams. So I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't have it on there? Now I gotta update them all. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I spent most of that sprint chatting with my husband about the fact that I am using the D&D tarot, and I don't agree with the way they have the suits. So with the normal tarot deck, you have wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. And with this one, they have strength, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And so we were talking about the fact that strength is wands in this case, and intelligence is swords. And we were trying to come to the conclusion, because when I think strength, I think swords, because you need brute strength to carry a sword. And my husband was like, well, but at the same time, you need the intelligence of knowing when to draw your sword and when to keep it sheathed. And I'm like, oh, actually, that does make sense. Okay. And then with, as far as like the wands go, to me, you need the intelligence and the know-how to do spells. Whereas he was like, yeah, but you need the strength to be able to be capable of using that magic too. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I can kind of see it. So at least it somewhat makes sense, but even then the artwork doesn't make sense, because the one that was throwing me off showed a picture of a sword, and it was supposed to be wands. You're absolutely right, Athena. The average human won't get that. And until we had that conversation, I am fervently of the mind that strength is swords and intelligence is wands. So I wonder how much different the reading would be if I read it as a wand versus a sword. Now I'm curious. I'll have to make note of that later. Let's see. Athena is halfway done with the diamond art. Woo! Square drills. What do you mean square drills? I'm out of curiosity. JC noted my address and went back to beta reading. Ooh, who are you beta reading for currently? Because last time I saw one of your vlogs, you were beta reading for like 3 different people, it felt like. I felt like names were thrown all over the place and I wasn't able to keep up, and I was just like, huh? I'm pretty certain that wasn't the case, but because I was listening while working, I just wasn't able to keep up. That's a me thing. So on the next sprint, we got a little bit less than a minute left. I am going to be updating all of my descriptions to make sure it has the right info, because apparently I haven't been doing that. That annoys me. When did I make that change, and why did I not change it for live streams? It's literally just that bit of information that's different. Everything else is the same. I'm comparing 2 videos right now, a live stream and a regular video. Oh, well. Okay. Okay, it was actually 3 people. That's the reason I got confused. Okay. Esther, awesome. Nice. Let's see. Tessa is reading blog comments and answering them right now. I have to go to bed soon. Not making one. That is perfectly fine. I realized that I stream late for everyone over on the East Coast. It's part of the fact that I am a night shift person.
Got mail.
I think I got your pictures. Oh, Kat says it's time to go. We'll chat more on the next. I'm going to pause that real quick so I can get us set up. But we'll chat more on the next sprint. That's not what I meant to do. Anyways, here we go. For those who need something to write about, Tessa, if you need to go to bed, feel free to go to bed. I'm not going to hold you to it. If you do, have a good night. Thank you for joining us while you were able to. But we're going to start the sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time, everyone. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. I finished doing my daily tarot journaling for today and tomorrow. I like to draw my cards like the night before, but I hadn't done the journaling aspect of today's reading. So I went ahead and did both. Yeah, that's all I've done. And I ran out of washi tape on the one strip I was using as like a divider between days. So I've been having my kids pick which ones that I should use next because I don't really care. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I need to choose a new color. All right, let's see. I also looked at the pictures that Athena sent me of the square diamond art because I didn't know what she was talking about. Hi, Jess. Welcome. Let's see. JC did more beta reading. Mocked the kitty. Athena pretty much working on diamond art this whole time. No worries. I knew what you meant, but you're exactly right. That did sound a little weird. Oh man. Luckily, we have the timer on screen, so it's not like anyone can really misinterpret it really that badly. My kitchen table is currently covered, and there's actually diamond art on it right now, Athena. Walmart had some diamond art, and because my kid was running low, we went ahead and got her a couple. And now I hate that because they are the ones that are not the whole thing is diamond art. It's got like a pretty background, and then only like the focal point of the image is the actual diamond art part of it. And they're not as cool. I like the ones where it's the full thing. You have to do the full thing. I think the one she's working on now is a turtle, and she's actually almost done with it. And she started it like 2 days ago and has only been working on it like an hour every day. She has not been working on it long, and she's almost done with it. She's got one section left of like a flipper, and that's it. She's done with it because it's literally the turtle is the only part that she gets to do the diamond portions from. Full drill or nothing, right? Did you see the comment I put as soon as we went into this? Maybe I missed it. Hold on. Dang, Kitty, you're interrupting my chat time. Yeah. Right? Damn it, Kitty. Gosh. Here I am trying to have chats with people and talk to them, and you're just interrupting me with your little meows. Hey, it sounds like a real cat. Love me, love me, love me only when you're doing something else. And you cannot really put your attention on me. That's the only time I want your attention. Otherwise, don't even look at me. How dare you? Don't want anything to do with you. I'm having fun with my friends. I just want to talk with people. And try not to do what I'm supposed to be doing. You are getting work done. So you cannot complain too much. It just might not be the work that you were planning on getting done. Like usually when I have these streams, I have like intentions. And today, because I had discovered this, I was actually on Jenna's stream and I was going to do some video editing on Jenna's stream. And I got onto her stream and I opened up the video and I was like, well, snap, past me was nice. Like I had every intention of starting it this morning and finishing it tonight during live streams. I was going to try doing video editing. And now I'm sitting here going, so what do I do now? Because it's already, not only is it edited, it's uploaded. Like I have finished my daily tasks. It's kind of nice to have your daily tasks done ahead of time, but at the same time, it's like really weird because now you're sitting here going, what now? I don't want to write. I don't know what else to do. I have too many other things to do. Like, it's not like I don't have nothing to do. I just have too many other things. The only time I care to communicate, right? I was working on a plan with me and trying not to hack and cough because I hadn't talked the whole day, right? Oh, dear. Goodly moodly. I know that feeling now. All right. We got about a little less than 10 seconds to do before the next sprint. So I'm going to get the next prompt up. Again, you don't have to write it. It's just there if you want it. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, look at me. I'm good. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. I spent a lot of time at the beginning in the chat, and then I started doing reading log stuff. So I'm going to continue working on that until the end of the stream now that I've started on that. And yeah, that's what I've done. Jace popped in while we were doing that sprint. Hi, Jace. I already said hi in the chat, but I'm saying hi in chat out loud too. I can't talk. It's near the end of the evening. Let's see to do 50% chance of picking up the right receiver and got it in one. Nice. Have 17 pages of handwritten story to transcribe, and I don't want to do it with the keyboard. That takes a lot of pressure. Oof, yeah. Been there, done that. But the good news is my first draft of my bog hag story is complete for Nicole. Right? Yes. Okay. So I forgot to mention that. I was going to mention that because now I remember what was one of the things I wanted to possibly work on tonight. Nicole Ford Thomas Ford. I'm gonna put a link in the description if it's not there already. Not description. Chat. Let's see. I don't see it. Okay, cool. Nicole is doing an anthology. Where is the linky? I should just go to my history. I watched it earlier. I finally actually got a chance to watch the video earlier today. And there it is. Okay. Let me just grab this link. Share. Copy. Booyah. So I am not going to start on my bog hag story only because kind of like Jace is doing, I'm handwriting stories. I have a short story in here that I've already started on, and I am almost finished with it, and I want to finish it before I start on the bog hag story. But since the bog hag story is only supposed to be about 5,000 words long, max, I don't think it's going to take me very long to write it. So I was hoping to have this short story finished today before I watched the anthology video. That way, if I wanted to participate, I could start on it. But since I didn't, I got to finish this first. So that's me. We do have one more sprint left in about 2 minutes. Let's see. I missed some comments by scrolling down to add that one. Wanted to participate, but I found a way to make it fit in my dark. Ooh, I love it when anthology submissions fit into other worlds that you're already working on. I have a video that's coming out next week about retired pen names, and 2 of the short stories were in charity anthologies, and they were in a connected world to another series that I'll be talking about in another video that's going to be coming out eventually. And I love the fact that I was able to combine is not the right word. It's not the right word, but it's the only one that's coming to my mind. Anyways, so yeah, it's really cool that they do that. Connect. That's the word I was looking for. Jeez, my brain is just not firing on all cylinders anymore, and I cannot even blame it on the lack of sleep because I slept. I'm going to be up late tonight because I slept a full 8 hours earlier today. I started getting tired during Jenna's stream. I went to bed at my usual time. Incorporate's a good word too. I went to bed at my normal time if I were, going to go to work tonight. And my husband woke me up going, "Hello. Didn't realize you wanted to sleep all day." So that was fun because I meant to take like a 3-hour nap. And it turned into 8 hours. So now I'm wide awake. It's great. It's fantastic. All right, we got about 20 seconds left before we start the last sprint of the night. So hi, Misty Kate. Welcome. You are just in time for the last sprint of the night. That's okay. Okay, I think I've gotten all the comments, which is cool because we have about 10 seconds left. I'm going to go ahead and get us set up for this very final sprint. Hopefully anyone who wants to write and needs something to write about is good to go. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that's time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. That was our last sprint, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the cat timer. There we go. Alrighty. I got more work done on my reading log. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more comments to input before I'm finished. And then I'll be done updating this particular book in my reading log. I am still very far behind in my reading log. I need to make a new master list. During one of the sprints, we were talking about to-do lists and stuff, and every month or so I make a master to-do list that I hardly ever knock everything off of, but I make a new one every month or so anyways, or anytime that I guess like I've added so much stuff I need a new page. But yeah. Let's see. Comments about the prompt. You've been wording too much, now only word salad comes out, right? The worst part about that was when earlier during that conversation, the word was literally right there at the back of my mind. Like I could see it. I just couldn't say it. And I was just like, that's not the right word. Let's see. This isn't a murder, it's a pack. More beta reading. Awesome. Place more colorful squares of doom. Yeah. So every month or so, I make a master to-do list. And let's see if I've got it in here, actually. I have this little notebook that I got. It was actually had a completely different purpose when I originally purchased it. Had a completely different purpose when I originally purchased it. I don't know why I can't word tonight. But in it, let's see, where's my current pages? I put a date on the top. I put like what the list is, and then I just start listing things. So like right now, what I'm working on list-wise, this says, I don't know if it's going to be visible. Okay, there we go. 9 August reading log. I actually need to update this list because I need to add more books to this. And what was happening is as I was finishing stuff, I was marking it off. But I've got, like, because there's so many books that I need to finish up in my reading log, reading log has its own list. There's a couple of things that have their own list. And then I have actual, like, master to-do lists that, like, this is one I started but never finished that has a bunch of stuff on it. So that's what I do is I keep a little notebook. This one's almost full, and when it's full, I've got another notebook I'm going to switch into that's about the same size. Is it on my shelf? Yes. Give me a second. I'll grab it. Whee! Glad there's not a dog behind me because earlier there was. Got this from Dollar Tree, and I will use this for the next master to-do list because it's small and portable, and I'm just going to throw it in my bag here. But that's what I use. Itty bitty little notebooks. And actually, I think there's only like 3 or 4 pages left in this. So what I'll probably do is go ahead and start switching to this one already and keep this one only for like shorter lists here at home versus taking this one with me when I travel. That is probably what I'm going to start doing. In fact, actually, that's probably what I should have started migrating my lists over during one of these sprints, but I'll do that after I finish up this reading log because even though we're not going to do another sprint, I am probably going to stay up for a little longer and at least finish that log for the book I was working on that I finished like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, all right, let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. I cannot talk. It's going to be winter soon. Migrating is good. Yes. I mean, I could throw up another timer. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do it. Let me open the cat timer back up. Do. I mean, I'm going to be up anyways. I might as well. And I got friends to do stuff with me. Woo! Let's see. Present. I don't have another prompt. but I could find one real quick. There we go. You know what? It's great. We'll use this one. It's right there. Prompt number 5. Come across for today's prompts, I've been using a book called 150 Prompts for Fantasy Writers. It was one of the ones I was reading when I was trying to figure out what all different people included in their writing prompt books. Because I was like, I don't want to put out a book that's nothing but prompts. What other stuff do they add in? And it was one of the many that I read that I was like using as examples in my research to figure out what all people included. And this one was literally just writing prompts, and that was pretty much the whole book. There was a couple of extra things, but nothing that really made sense. But that's where all of today's prompts come from, is from that book. And it did help me figure out what all I wanted to do with my own writing prompt book, which will be coming out next year in August, hopefully. August, September, sometime in there. I've got a date actually set. It's actually listed on my countdown on my app that I have. All right, so found a prompt. Let's see. Scrolling back up. Just trying to get you to stay. See, we're all in this together. We are. I haven't seen High School Musical in so long. I don't even think it's on Disney, so I can't even, like, every once in a while I'll quote it, and my kids are like, what the heck are you talking about? I'm like, High School Musical. You haven't seen it yet. I do not have it. Those 3. Isn't there more than just 3? Because didn't they make like a TV show too? I don't think I've watched anything but the first one. Maybe the second one as well. I definitely didn't watch the third one. She had a crush on Zac Efron until you showed her a picture. Oh, to be young and realize your celebrity crush is actually age. Oh, it's still on Disney. Oh, cool. Just 3. Okay. For some reason, I thought there was a TV show as well. Maybe there was talk of a TV show. It wasn't the same characters, but it had the same title. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Anyways. Yeah, it's funny. Like, so in my mind, I can't remember the actor's name. I really am not being able to word today. The Matthew Broderick. There we go. I'll get his name. So I know him from the movie Lady Hawk, and when he was like really young, and I also know him from the movie, I think it was called War Games, which is really funny because it's about AI being used in the military and, you know, trying to start World War III. It's a little on the nose lately with some of the conversations we've been having about AI and shit. But anyways, not to go into all that. So that's where I know him from. And to see like current pictures of him, I'm like, that's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. Those are not the movies I know him from. I have actually only ever seen clips of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I have never seen the whole movie. And I don't know why, because my parents own it. They love it. Like, my dad has this ritual where he watches it once a year. So you would think I have seen it. Nope. I have not. And I can't even go check it out from the library. The library doesn't have it. I have looked. I think, let me see. Let's see. It was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it still is. See, now you guys got me looking. I want to know what you are thinking. Dun, 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 dun. Where to watch? There we go. Where can I watch? Close enough. Oh, it's on Paramount Plus. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't have that. I think that's the main thing. If I had a premium subscription to Amazon Prime, I could watch it there, but I don't think I have the premium subscription. I think I just have the regular. Yeah, it wants me to have Paramount Plus. No, thank you. I got enough subscriptions as it is. I just saw a recent thing with Edward Norton and realized he's gotten old. It's so weird, especially like in the case of kids. When you grow up and you see someone who is a kid, I've never even heard of Pluto. I've never even heard of that one. I'll have to check that out. I'm going to butcher his name. Macaulay Culkin, who plays Kevin in Home Alone. So I actually know him from. I'll definitely have to check out Pluto if it's free. I do not have Peacock. So my introduction to him was not Home Alone, but Page Master. And now I saw a recent picture of him, and I'm like, oh my God. And then the girls saw him, and they were like, yeah, I know him. And I'm like, yeah, you want to know something fun? He's only a couple years older than me. I do not have YouTube Premium either. I do not have any of the things that you guys are mentioning. You guys are mentioning all this stuff, and I'm like, more subscriptions. Whee! Page Master was so good. It was really good. But it's just weird to see how like people you knew as kids and then to see them as adults. And you know, that's okay. You can spell it wrong because I'm going to say it wrong. And I've actually looked up how to pronounce it. Like, and I have tried, and I still can't seem to pronounce it correctly, no matter how much I try. But to see someone you watched in a movie as a kid and then as an adult see them as an adult, it's really mind-boggling. It's just like, wait a minute. And your brain just goes poof. Can't imagine it. All right, we're going to start this next sprint because I want to finish up this what I was doing. I can't even remember what I was doing. Reading log entry. There we go. Good son. I'm going to have to add that one to my list of ones to watch too. So check out Pluto because that's free. And then watch The Good Son. Or to watch something, right? And there's a lot of movies. A lot of what people are calling cult classics, I start looking at the dates they were released, and I was like, there's a reason I haven't watched them. Because I missed the era when all of them came out. Like, I was still too young to watch them. And then I just never had an interest in watching them because by then I knew what happened in said movies. Like, every once in a while, what was the one I watched recently? A couple years ago, I watched Jaws. A couple years ago, I watched The Exorcist. Both of those for the first time. And it was so weird because they both came out when I was like, one came out, I think they both came out before I was born, actually. But by the time I was actually of the age where my parents were like, okay, you can watch these kind of movies. You can watch these ratings. By then, I already knew the plot of both of them. I knew exactly what happened because they were such cult classics that it was hard to not know about it, not to have it spoiled for you because they'd already been out for some time already. So it's really weird. There's a lot of movies that I have not watched yet, but I know exactly what happens in them because I just missed those errors. And now you can't get around because they've been out for so long. You can't get around not knowing what they're about because there's so many spoilers out there because they've been out for so long. It's just really weird. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started on the sprint. Been out and had sequels, right? Yeah. So here we go. Dude, where did I put that timer? I hit it. There it is. Okay. I found it. You can't play hide and seek from me. All right. We're going to start this next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I totally did not forget to put the banner on. Okay, that was the last sprint. I can't do any more, guys. I finished up what I was working on. I wrapped it up. I finished it. I also discovered in my little notebook full of lists that I have a lot more pages than I thought. So it's still going to be a while before I switch from this notebook. But I think I've used up enough pages that I'll finish this up by the end of the year and switch up into this one for the start of the new year, which is actually kind of exciting because I'm like, new year, new master list notebook. Woo! So maybe. We'll see. Ugh. Not 24. Oh, God. No. I couldn't do a 24-hour sprint if I wanted to. I can no longer do that. I used to be able to do like stay up for many, many hours. And now if I don't get at least 4 hours of sleep at some point during a 24-hour period, I am cranky as bitch. I haven't heard of Steph Sims or Steph Zero Sims. The ones I'm usually following, and I haven't really paid attention to their content lately because I've been catching up on all AuthorTube related stuff, is I am following James Turner and Kelsey. Ogre's in here with me. He got locked in after Justin had his last smoke, which is why I've got to actually wrap this up because Justin's going to bed, which means I should be going to bed. Let's see. Do. I think it's Kelsey. What is her actual channel name? Is the question. I am subscribed to so many channels. Where's it at? Kelsey yeah, that one. That's who I'm sub to. Those are the only two I was actually sub to currently. I know at one point I was subscribed to Lil Simsy. I don't know what happened. Let's see. I haven't been watching really for the pack reviews though, more for like when I wanted to find out more about different challenges and how other people are doing the challenges. Like Lil Simsy, I got to a point in the video before the sprint ended that she was talking about doing legacy challenges. And I was like, I have never done one of those. I kind of want to. Deli and James Turner are a couple. Oh. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been able to stay up for 24 hours straight. But I could definitely go like hours doing stuff that would burn most people out and be fine. And now I can't even do that. So I really think I wasn't subscribed to the channel on this particular channel. I think because I used to have a different YouTube channel that I used to watch a lot of gaming content on. Because while I don't particularly enjoy playing horror video games, I really do enjoy watching gameplay of horror video games. And before I actually joined AuthorTube with this channel, I had another channel where I watched a lot of gameplay videos. So like I watched Until Dawn when Corey came out. I watched that. Don't do anything straight yet. Oh goodness. But yeah, I think I was subscribed to Lil Simsy on that channel, not this channel. That's what I was getting to. I don't think it's that fact that YouTube unsubscribed me, though that happens a lot too. The other thing that happens is that anytime someone posts a video talking about how they're not going to be doing YouTube anymore, or every once in a while I do a purge on my YouTube sub list, and if someone has removed all their videos, I unsubscribe from them. And then if anytime they come back and start making videos again, I have to resubscribe to them. There's a couple people who've done that. Like they'll make a video saying they're done with YouTube, at least for now. They remove all their videos. And then like 2 or 3 years later, I find out they have videos again. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Jason, I'm right there with you. I love Until Dawn, and when they put out saying that they're going to do a movie, I'm like, tell me more. And I just started watching more new gameplay of The Quarry because it's been suggested to me now that I'm watching more video gameplay because they're going to be putting out a game for The Quiet Place. So I'm here for it. One guy's doing a story with the Phasmophobia. Ooh, do you got a link? Because again, definitely no desire to ever play that. Because that's not the one I think it is. I don't think that's the one I think it is. Phasmophobia. Is that the underwater? No, that's not the one I thought it was. There's one where you have to survive underwater. I don't remember what it's called. And I have no desire to play anything underwater. There are things in the deep we do not fuck around with. No thanks. I will never play them. I love a good... My kids have started watching gameplay as well on YouTube on the TV. And they were... I think it's called My Unfriendly Neighbor. No, not manager. I don't want... What are you... My Unfriendly Neighborhood, maybe? Yes, it's called My Unfriendly Neighborhood, where you play a human on this like TV show, and it's Muppets, and it's a horror game with Muppets. And I got sucked into I just happened to be walking through the living room one day while they're like mid watching this gameplay, and I got sucked into it so hard. And I'm like, I kind of want to play the game. Like, I want to play that game. Okay, let's see. Subnautica, thank you. That's the game. That was the underwater game. But yeah, My Unfriendly Neighborhood was the game that they watched gameplay for. Let's see if I could actually find who they were watching. But the person they were watching play does a lot of the indie horror games. So that's not the first time I've walked through and they're watching gameplay of games I've never heard of. Who is the person? What is his name? I want to say it starts with a J, but now I can't remember. And it's not popping up in the first couple, so I don't know who I think it was. It wasn't Markiplier. Markiplier? I'm probably not even saying that right. Whatever. I'll have to ask them because they watch him all the time. They watch all of his... Might be that one. It's not an Irish guy. I want to say he's Hispanic. But again, I could be very wrong. Fears to Fathom is a series of indie games based on user stories. And ooh. Jack is Irish. Yeah, definitely not Jack then. Definitely starts with a J, but not Irish. Let's see. YouTuber. I'll just have to ask the girls, and I'll know for the next time I stream. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't start with a J. Anyways, I'm getting sucked into this stuff. All right, who are we going to do? Now I have more things to look up. J and G can get muddled in the brain easily. Ogre, are you telling me it's time for bed? I mean, you're not wrong. Hi, what are you doing? Is it time for bed? Mwah. I kissed your nose. Your nose is wet. What are you going to do about it? All right. Okay. I have to wrap this up. Because he is telling me it's time for bed. All right. I'm going to have to go back through and find who it was. I'll have to ask the girls because you guys are suggesting all these names. So I'm finding all new people to look into, but they're not the people I'm thinking of. Anyways, and now I have lots more things to watch and find, and I'm excited. All right. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to be, hopefully, if I am awake, joining Sam over on her channel tomorrow morning for Breaking the Block. We will see if I'm awake. Maybe. Otherwise, I do have a vlog posting tomorrow morning, afternoon, after that stream ends. And I have a video coming out Wednesday, and I'll do live streams all week this week at 10 p.m. my time, which is midnight for you East Coasters. There's probably other things I should mention if I want to do lots of promo, but I don't have anything off the top of my head. So I will update the description with the link to the Bog Hag Anthology for anyone who wants to look into that. And then I also need to update it with my P.O. Box. Not every night. No, 10 p.m. Saturdays. 10 p.m. Saturdays, my time. Mountain time. Saturday night only. I work nights. I can't stream every night because I work nights. Today's my day off. Oh, did I say every night? Oops. Every Saturday night. There we go. Y'all knew what I meant. Oh, speaking of every night, I can probably do a stream every day on, what week is it? It's this month. Because I forgot to post that in my weekly schedule. Or my monthly schedule. The 16th to the 22nd. Probably not on the 22nd, though, because of everything else going on. That is when I'm doing the next 7-day book challenge. So I haven't decided yet, but I might stream daily that week while the kids are at school and my husband's at work because he is working my position for at least 3 of those nights. So yeah, for anyone who wants to do the 7-day book challenge, let me know if you want to do streams because I might be able to pull off something daily for that. We'll see. I haven't decided. I might just do pop-up streams as I feel like it. Anyways, we're gonna take off. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.